Hey guys, it's Wincline here. I know it's been a while since I've uploaded something. It's been quite a long, rough year and a lot of things have happened, but I'm finally back and I'm here with my good friend Ryan to bring you this Vista 7 transformation pack and not only provide the files for it, but show you how to apply it to your system as well.
Yeah, this has been a project in the making for years now, something like 8 years. This is the first update that I've contributed to it in probably 4 years, and I would say this is the last and probably the most important update because I can safely say that we've reached a point where this is the closest you're going to get to a carbon copy of Vista without, reinstalling Vista, wipe your hard drive, and installing the real thing. So I'm very excited to go over this with you today.
Yeah, and we've both been at this for a long time, and this is the final update we're making to it. So don't comment on this video going, well, what about this? What about that? Well, too bad. This is what you see is what you get. So I hope you enjoy. Alright everyone, let's go ahead and get right into it. So here's my Windows 7 virtual machine, and here is the transformation pack. So when you download it, it will come in the form of a .7z file, which you will have to extract with 7-zip. After you extract it, you'll get this right here. So the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and apply the theme. So you want to go to the themes folder and then go to this Universal Theme Patcher 2009 folder, then run the Universal Theme Patcher x64 file, or x86, depends on which one you're on. So it'll also tell you which files that need to be patched. You'll hit all of these buttons here to patch them and then restart your computer after doing so. The next thing you want to do before we do anything else is to disable user account controls. This is very important in order for this transformation to go as smoothly as possible. So you want to go in here and turn it off entirely. Very important. Don't skip this step. So then we're going to go back in here again, and we're going to go to System Files and Explorer Mods. And we're going to run this, we'll go to the Take Ownership Menu Hacks folder and run this Take Ownership Menu Hacks registry key. This will add the ability to take ownership of system files to your right-click context menu, right, like that. So, anyway, so now we'll head back into the theme folder and go to Extra Themes and then Themes. And here are all of the themes that are included. So in addition to the Vista theme, which is the arrow theme as seen here, we've also included the 7 Milestone 2 theme, which is a very similar looking theme to the Vista one, with somewhat of a 7 twist. And we also included Lumen VS, which is a good theme that's really well liked by a good friend of ours. And we've also included the 5112 theme, which is the Vista Beta 1 theme, if you recall what that looks like. So now we're going to go to the local disk here, and Windows, Resources, and Themes. So in here you have the Windows 7 Arrow theme, as well as all of the other themes that Windows 7 comes with. So if you want to keep the Windows 7 Arrow theme, all you'll do is, well, first of all, you need to go back into Resources, right-click on the Themes folder, and just take ownership of the whole thing. Now you can rename these files here, because what I'm going to be doing is replacing the Windows 7 Arrow theme with the Vista one. That's the method that we're going to be using here. So if you want to keep the 7 theme, all you have to do is rename these files to anything. So you could add old at the end, like this. You could just rename it Arrow Old if you wanted. But I'm not going to be doing that. I'm going to be replacing the entire theme. So before we even do that, though, you're going to have to go into Personalize and enable the Classic theme, since the Arrow theme file is in use and can't be replaced while it's in use. So anyway, so with that done, I'm going to go ahead and just delete all of these files. I don't want them. And then we're going to copy and paste these in. Okay, See this basic file right here? You see how that got copied in? We're actually going to go ahead and right click on that and cut that and go to back into resources, go to ease of access themes, and then you see basic right here. This is the Windows 7 basic theme. So we're going to right click on that and take ownership, and we're going to paste the basic file in, as that's the Vista basic theme. So one more thing we're going to do before we apply the theme is go back into the Windows folder and go to Web and Wallpaper, and if you go in here you can see these are all the Windows 7 wallpaper files. So what you can do, so before we do that we got to go back over here to the transformation pack. So you go to wallpapers and sample media, and right here wallpaper. So what you can do if you want to keep the Windows 7 wallpapers is just merge the Vista ones in. However, I want to completely replace the 7 ones, so I'm just going to take ownership of these really quickly and remove them from the system. And just copy and paste these over. So now when we go into Personalize, we should have the Windows Vista theme. And there we go. As you can see, we now have a more Vista looking system so far. And one thing that probably sticks out immediately like a sore thumb is this taskbar. So let's go ahead and quickly change that to the Vista one. So we're going to unpin everything, and then right click on it, go to properties, and use small icons and combine when taskbar is full, and click OK. So then we're going to right click on the taskbar and go to toolbars and new toolbar. And then in here we're just going to put in %sign Appdata, %sign, and press enter, and then go to Microsoft, Internet Explorer, Quick Launch, and just highlight that one and hit select folder. Then you just unlock the taskbar and then uncheck show text and show title when you right click on the quick launch area, and then drag it over like that to put it in the proper location, and there we go. Now our taskbar is more like Vista's. So we can close out of these wallpaper folders. So one thing you may have noticed right off the bat is this over here. We will get to that in a moment. We need to change another resource in order for that to look proper, but we'll get to that in just a few minutes. So we're going to go back into the Vista 7 folder, go to screensavers, and just all you have to do is just select everything in here and copy that, and go to local disk Windows System 32 and paste everything in here, and just say yes when it prompts you to merge it. This will give you the Vista screensavers. As you can see, we now have Windows Energy, Windows Logo, and Aurora, which were not in Windows 7 before. Now we're going to go back in here again. Then we're going to go to Vista User Tiles. So then all you have to do is just select all these pictures. We'll not select that one. And we'll copy that and then go to this shortcut right here I've provided to the user account pictures folder, and then go to default pictures and just paste everything in here. And then you want to copy but keep both files because we don't want to replace the 7 ones in this case. So then we're going to go ahead and take ownership of this flower here because you want to replace that as well. And we'll go back in here and just copy and paste that. Alright, got that taken care of. And I'm going to go back in here again and actually go back to the theme folder because I just remembered something. So you see these two colors files here. You want to select both of them and copy that. Go to your local disk and just paste them right here. And send the batch script file. See Windows batch file, you want to right click on that and send it to the desktop as a shortcut. And what this will do is it will change the color scheme of the arrow glass to match that of Vista's, to better match that of what's seen in Windows Vista. So if you notice right now it's kind of a darkish color. It may be hard to tell on video. It really is basically unnoticeable to the untrained eye, but we're going to go ahead and run this. And you'll see the color will get slightly brighter. Yeah, now the color is a little bit more like Vista. you'll have to run that script every time you mess with the color settings in here. So we're going to go back in here again, go to the sample media portion of this thing, and we're going to go ahead and paste all of that in because this contains the Vista sample pictures and everything. So we're going to go to local disk, users, public, and then we'll go ahead and copy the sample music over, and we're just going to merge everything. Okay, got that done. I'm going to go back in here again. You're going to hear me say that a lot. Then we're going to go to the apps folder here, and we'll go ahead and we'll start by, I will show you classic shell, so we'll install that. And you see these orb files here, or orbs and skins. You want to extract those with 7-zip. So then you want to go into the orbs folder and copy this subfolder here and paste it to your C drive. Just paste it right here. And then we're going to run this classic shell setup. And we accept the terms. I personally don't want classic IE. You can keep that if you want, but I don't want that. And we're going to install it. Okay, so classic shell's finished installing. We're not going to view the README. And so we click finish, and then you want to go to the skins folder and copy that subfolder to whoops. So we can't use the start menu right now. Well, we can, but it's not going to look right. So you just go to computer, local disk, program files, then classic shell, and you just want to paste it in here and go ahead and tell it to replace everything. And then you want to do the same for the INI files, this Explorer L10, Start Menu Helper, and Start Menu. Just copy these files and paste them in here. Okay, so we got that done. Now we're going to go to we're going to right click on the Start button and go to Settings. And then you want to go to this backup button down here and then hit load from XML file, and the path for the classic shell and the transformation pack, you want to copy and paste that into the dialog box that pops up there, and then you just hit menu settings. You want to import that one, and now as you can see we have the Windows Vista start menu, and all we have to do is just click OK. And while we're in here, we'll go ahead and rename these folders, so you have to actually go in here. And we'll get rid of the my prefix from them because Vista does not use that. You may notice the icons are off. We'll take care of that in just a moment. So while we're in here, we're going to go ahead and click on this shell icon. And again, you just want to go down here to the backup button and hit load from XML file. And then paste in that path again. And then you want to hit Explore settings for this. And click OK. And we'll have to log off and log back on for that to take effect. But basically all it does is it will make the Explorer a little bit, it'll make it behave more like Vista. So, and then we can go ahead and get rid of this bar if you want to. You don't have to keep it. I'm going to get rid of it. So there we go, now it's a lot more like Vista. Okay, so now I'm going to go back in here and I'm going to show you a little bit about Customizer God. So, before I get into that, so we've included system files here that you can use to replace your system files to make the system look a lot more like Vista. However, you must use this ISO image right here in order to do that. So if it'll open up here, there we go. You'll have to download it from this website. I'll put this link in the description. This is the ISO that I'm using right now, and it's the ISO that Ryan uses as well for his installation. But basically, these files are only verified working with this ISO. So if you try it on your installation, if you try these system files on your installation and they break it, that is at your discretion, because, you know, I've warned you, and you know, it's in your hands whether or not you break your system or not. So just wanted to get that out of the way. So anyway, while we're in here, we'll go ahead and run this enable Vista boot screen batch file. We'll run that. And yeah, so before we get into the system files, let me go back in here and I'll show you Customizer God. So this is a method that you can use to patch your system files manually. And you'll need .NET Framework 4.5.2 to install this, or to run this, which I'll put a link to in the description as well. But anyway, as you can see, it's pretty self-explanatory, and Ryan has provided all of the resources here for you. So all you have to do is go to you go in here and then, like, say for example, so remember this, we were talking about how this doesn't look right. So you go to this control panel applet sidebar, and you can just hit the change button after you select one of the images. You hit change, and then you go in here and replace it with the corresponding images. And you just do the same for everything else in here, like volume icons and such. But we're not going to be using Customizer God, we're going to be using the system file replacing method. So, but I will do that in a few minutes. So, next thing we're going to do is we'll go ahead and copy in the Vista applications, like the built-in applications from Vista. So see this DVD Maker folder, we'll go ahead and we'll copy that. Then we want to go to the computer folder and go to Program Files, and you want to just take ownership of the entire folder. You just right click on the folder and take ownership, and do the same with the Program Files x86 folder. Now we're going to go in here and see the DVD Maker folder. We're just going to go ahead and paste this in and replace it with the Vista one. And don't worry, it works just fine. If we go in here, as you can see, here's the Vista DVD Maker, and as well as the Movie Maker program. And so now we're going to go to we're going to go in here and see the Windows Calendar, Mail, Photo Viewer, and Sidebar folders. We're going to go ahead and copy all of these, select all of them, copy and paste those in here, and just replace everything. Oh yeah, there's that Windows Photo Viewer thing. If it says this, just hit skip, because you need to restart in order to replace that for whatever reason. So we'll do that in just a moment. But basically everything now should work except for Photo Viewer, because I couldn't replace it because I have to restart first. It does that sometimes. So now we're going to go to the Windows NT folder, and we go in here to WordPad. And you just want to copy this accessories folder over and paste it in here. Now this won't replace the 7 WordPad with the Vista one, because we actually personally prefer the Windows 7 WordPad. However, what it does do is it gives the Windows 7 WordPad the Vista icon. As you can see, we still have the same WordPad, it just has the Vista icon, and this icon here for Paint on the toolbar here has been changed as well. So, alright, now we're going to go to the x86 folder here, and you just want to copy and paste everything here into the Program Files x86 folder. Right. And now we're going to go ahead and restart really quickly, and I'll come back after I've restarted, because then we're going to replace the Photo Viewer. Okay, we've restarted, so let's go ahead and see if we can replace that now. So we'll go back in here to Apps and Windows Photo Viewer, and let's see if it'll let us replace it now. I don't know why it was in use, I never even opened it. Yep, there we go. So we've got that fixed, and so let me go ahead and talk a minute about Photo Viewer. So we'll go to Pictures here. We'll actually need to go to here, and let's go and make a shortcut to the Sample Pictures folder really quickly, because we need to be able to access it from our normal Pictures folder, not the library. As much as Ryan loves libraries. Anyway, so we'll go in here, and as you can see, the Vista Photo Viewer does work. It does look, I mean, it is the Vista Photo Viewer. You can even crop photos, fix red eye, all that stuff works. However, unfortunately, the gallery function does not work. So you see up here, I'm clicking on the gallery button and it does nothing. That's because it just simply doesn't work on Windows 7. So what you have to do now is go to this photo gallery folder, and what we've included here is the Windows Live Photo Gallery 2008 application. So you're just going to run this Windows Live installer file, and I'm going to uncheck everything there, and we'll hit this install button. And basically what this is, it's a version of Photo Gallery that Microsoft released as part of its Windows Live Essentials pack back in 2008, and this was available for Windows XP and Vista as well. However, it's basically just a replica of the Windows Vista Photo Gallery, and it works just fine on Windows 7, so it's really nice to have. And it only looks slightly different. It has like a very slightly different color scheme, but other than that, it looks great, and it fits in perfectly with the Vista UI. So while that's installing, we can actually go ahead and go in here to shell folder fix. Let's go ahead and install this, or just run it. And so over here, you want to choose temporarily use window as is, and let's see, you want to hit start automatically at login, and uncheck this restore previous at logon. You don't want that. And then you want to go to advanced, and then when opening a window, we want to have it set to update window. And let's see, I think that's everything. So basically what that does is, so as you can see, this is finished. We'll do that in just a moment. So basically what that does is, so in Windows Vista, whenever you open an Explorer window, each individual Explorer window will have its own size. Like, you know, you can have the recycle bin at one size, then when you open Computer, you can have it at its own size as well. But see, in Windows 7, as you can see there, it took on the size of recycle bin. So if we resize this window, now you'll notice that when we open it, it will have its own size, but recycle bin will keep its own size as well. See that? How recycle bin didn't automatically update to fit the same size as that other Explorer window. So yeah, basically that's what shell folder fix does. Okay, so that's taken care of. So we'll go back in here again and go to let's see here. We'll go back to the apps folder, and then the photo gallery folder. And you want to copy this, go to C, Program Files, x86, Windows Live, and then where it says Photo Gallery, you just want to replace that with this. And what this will do is it'll make the Windows Live Photo Gallery application look even more like the normal Vista Photo Gallery. So then when you go to the Start menu, you should be able to open Photo Gallery. Whoops. And we do want to just use this for everything. As you can see, it is essentially the Vista Photo Gallery. I mean, it's the same thing, and it even calls itself Windows Photo Gallery. That's basically what those files did that we replaced. It just changed the branding to say Windows Photo Gallery, and it also changed the icon. So anyway, that's done. So now you want to go to this shortcuts folder, and you want to, so see right here, this Windows DVD Maker shortcut, it's kind of broken because it was taken directly from Vista. So you want to just replace this, each thing here where it says Movie Maker, like where it says Movie, just replace that with DVD on both parts, and hit Apply and OK. And oh yeah, you have to change the icon manually as well. So all you have to do is go to Program Files, DVD Maker, and you just replace it with that icon, and that works. So these are basically just here to put in your Start menu. So you want to right click on the, you want to go to the Start menu, and then right click on All Programs and hit Open All Users. Then go to Programs and just select everything here except for Sidebar, and copy and paste that in over here. And you want to, this Windows Sidebar shortcut, you want to get rid of that, or just you just delete it. And then we're going to paste this one over into the accessories folder, because that's where it is in Vista. So now we can go in here. As you can see, we now have all the Vista applications right there. Windows Calendar works, Windows Contacts, that's just an Explorer window, but you know, you get the point. Windows Mail, we'll show that off really quick. If it'll open. It doesn't want to open really quick, does it? Yes, I want it to. As you can see, it works just fine. Okay, now we're going to go back in here, and you may notice whenever we maximize a window, you see how it goes opaque at the top like in Vista, but see how the taskbar still remains transparent? There's an easy fix for that. So we're going to go back in here to, I think it's System Files and Explorer Mods, and you see this old unglassed taskbar only. You want to right click and copy that, and go to your startup folder and paste it in there. So you have to right click on it and click open, and then just paste it there. And now we're going to go ahead and run it, and whenever you maximize a window, look at the taskbar. See how the taskbar now goes opaque? It's a very nice touch. So now we're going to go back to Vista 7 and go back to apps here, and you see the gadget folder? So these are a bunch of extra gadgets. So we're going to copy these and go to the Program Files directory and Windows sidebar. Go to Gadgets and just paste everything in here. Because this gives you a lot of additional gadgets. Okay. We'll go back in here again. This Vista help and support for Windows 7 thing, we'll do that last, because that's really, it's kind of a very tedious process that requires very careful replacing and basically surgery on the system, so we'll do that last. So we'll go ahead and install this Hold'em Inkball Tinker games for 7. These are the Vista Ultimate Extra games, so we're going to go ahead and install them. And okay, I'm on now. Alright, it's done. Now if we go to games, you'll notice we have the Vista Extra games here, Hold'em. We also have Inkball and Tinker, and they all work just fine. Okay. We also provided Pinball for those of you that want that from Windows XP. So all you have to do is just paste that into your Program Files Microsoft Games folder, and then just create a shortcut manually to it. And we'll just go ahead and put that in the Games folder. Alright, and then you can go to the Games Explorer as well and drag it over there to make a shortcut. Okay. And then one more little thing we're going to do is we'll go ahead and replace Paint, which this is, again, it's just the 7 Paint, but it has the Vista icon. So you just want to select both of these and hit and copy them, and go to Windows System 32. And then in the search box, you want to type in MS Paint, and then you want to right-click on the mspaint.exe.mui file and take ownership. Now you may notice when you try to do it with an exe file, you can't actually do that. For whatever reason, that take ownership thing doesn't work on the exe files, the context menu option. So you actually have to do it manually. So you just go in here and go to Properties, and then go to Security. Go to Advanced, go to Owner, and then hit the Edit button. Select your username here and click OK, and then go ahead and click OK there and OK there. Then you want to hit the Edit button on this dialog and then click on Administrators, and then select all of these and then click OK. Yes and OK, and now the file is owned by us. That's how you take ownership of an exe file in Windows. So now you can just paste those files in, and there we go. We now have the Windows 7 Paint with the Vista icon. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and install 7 Plus Taskbar Tweaker. So we're going to click OK, and you just run the installer. And so now we need to apply the correct settings. Now we've included a screenshot of these settings for your convenience. As you can see, the taskbar looks even more like the Vista one. And then after doing that, you want to go down here and then right click on this little thing here and go to settings. And we're going to check for updates because we don't want that. And make sure run at startup is checked. And then we're going to go back to that icon again and hit advanced options. And we also have a screenshot for that. And so speaking of the taskbars, a couple other things we're going to do to it. So notice how when you drag something down here, it will let you pin it. Well, you can't pin that, but this, like for example, you can still pin items to the taskbar. So we want to completely disable that ability entirely. So we're going to go to the run command and type in gpedit.msc. And so it'll open your local group policy editor. Then you're going to go to administrative templates over here under user configuration, and then start menu and taskbar. And then you want to look for a thing that says do not allow pinning items to the taskbar. There we go. Do not allow pinning programs to the taskbar. So we're going to double click on that and click enabled and click OK. And now when we try to pin something to the taskbar, you'll see it just shows a little red icon. It does not let us pin to the taskbar anymore, which is exactly what we want. Now we're going to go back in here, and we need to install this program called WinArrow Tweaker, which is included, I'm pretty sure. Yep, there it is. So we're going to this silent setup right here, you just want to run that, and it's installed now. So we're going to run it. I agree. And we're going to use this to fix the thumbnail previews. You notice the thumbnail previews, the borders are a little bit large compared to Vista's. So we're going to go ahead and fix that. So we're going to just type in the search box like thumbnail, right there, taskbar thumbnails. And so down here where it says margins, you just want to set that to as low as it'll go. So top margin, left margin, everything, set it to as low as it will go. And then go ahead and restart Explorer. And now the thumbnails look proper. They look more like Vista's. Vista's are smaller like that, like the border around them is smaller. And then one final little thing we'll do is go to System Properties, go to Advanced System Settings. Sorry about that image not being correct still. Go to Settings, and then you want to uncheck Animations in the taskbar and Start menu and enable Arrow Peak. And now, as you can see, it's more like Vista in the way it animates, because Vista doesn't have animations in the taskbar, really. Now we're going to go back in here again, and we'll go ahead and run this install WMP11. Now beware, whenever you install WMP11, it will break Windows Media Center's library functionality, so you can no longer like view pictures and media in Windows Media Center after running this. So just keep that in mind. And so we're going to do this. And you want to do this a couple of times more just to make sure it did correctly, which it did install correctly. You don't have to worry about that prompt. So now when we open Media Player, it should open Windows Media Player 11. Yep, here we go. As you can see, here we go. Windows Media Player 11 on Windows 7. So we'll go ahead and we'll play a song really quickly, just to prove that it works. And I'm going to minimize it, and you should be able to activate the media player toolbar now, but you have to actually be playing it. Yep. Alright. So that works. Okay, now we're going to run this dream scene activator, which is pretty self-explanatory. You just run it and it activates Windows Dream Scene functionality in Windows 7. However, since I'm in a virtual machine, I'm not going to test that because that might not go so well. Now we're going to run the Win 7 Logon background changer. And go ahead and install it. And after you install it, you want to go in here and run it from the Start menu. Then you want to go to Settings, and then where it says No Shadow, you want to click that and click OK. This will get rid of the text shadow on the logon screen, like in Windows Vista. Now we're going to go ahead and run the Windows 7 Navigation Pane Customizer. You want to uncheck everything in here except for Favorites and click Apply Settings. Now if you look over here at the left pane in Explorer, you'll see that it's pretty barren because we got rid of basically everything except for Favorites to make it more like Vista. So now all you have to do is just add your preferred items over there. Or you can you can right click and click on Show All Folders to make it even more like Vista. And then just add whatever you want over here under Favorites, whatever you want to do. Okay, so we're going to go back in here to Apps and make sure I got everything. Oh yeah, this Alt Explorer path, we got to do that. So right here it says Target System Root Explorer.exe. So what this will do, so whenever we open a new Explorer window currently, it will automatically open the Libraries folder right here, which is that's what Ryan likes because he loves libraries, but we don't. So we're going to go in here to the Explorer shortcut here in the Start menu. Let's see, where did it go? Windows Explorer, right there. So you want to right click on that, click Properties, and where it says Target right there, you just want to select this here and copy that and paste it here. Click OK. So now when you open a new Explorer window, it will open the computer folder instead of libraries, which Vista actually doesn't open the computer folder by default. It actually opens up the documents folder, but we prefer the computer folder to be open, so that's what we decided to do. Okay, so that's done, and so now we're going to go ahead and get into the nitty-gritty and start replacing system files. So if you want to stop here, you can. As you can see, we've made this look a lot like Windows Vista. We actually didn't include this, but one thing you can do to further make your system look more like Vista before you stop. So let's say you used Customizer God to change your system resources. One thing that still stick out like a sore thumb is this Logon screen. So all you have to do is like go on Google Images or something, or I'll put a link to a high-res version of the Vista wallpaper, the Vista Logon wallpaper, in the description. So all you have to do is just you download like a Logon wallpaper like that, and then you can use this to apply it. So you just go you go down here and then pick whatever you want from down here, or you can like add your own by hitting choose a folder, and then you browse to the folder where you downloaded the Vista wallpaper and apply it manually. But since I'm going to be replacing the system file directly with a version that already has the Vista wallpaper included, I'm not going to be doing that. But that's just an alternative way to do it without replacing a system file. So if you've watched up to this point and you want to stop here, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you found this tutorial useful. However, if you want to keep going, stay tuned because it only gets more like Vista from here. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the nitty-gritty of it. So we're going to go back in here to System Files and see this Branding 7 folder. We're going to right click on the branding folder inside of it and click Copy. Go to Windows, and then right here where it says Branding, we're going to take ownership of that and paste this new one in. And if you view WinVer now, you'll notice it has a Vista style image. It still says Windows 7 because the reason why we decided to leave it saying 7 and not change it to Vista is due to the new Vista extended kernel release, which allows Vista to run like a lot more software that Windows 7 can run. We decided to have Windows 7 branding to eliminate any confusion between the two operating systems, because when we're done with this, it's going to look so much like Vista that one could easily mistake it for the other. So anyway, we got that done. Now we're going to go to all of these DLL files. Basically, all of them go in System32. So we're going to go to System32, and really all you have to do is just search for each DLL file and just take ownership of it. Then you can replace it with the Vista style version. So the only one that doesn't go in System32 is this eres.dll and this .mui file that I forgot to put in the enus folder. So you can actually move this MUI file into there. So what you have to do is go in here to let's see, it says Action Center. We're going to go ahead and just take ownership of all of these. Okay. So then you want to rename this to this Action Center CPL.dll. You want to just rename it to .old. And do the same with the other one. Whoops. And we're going to go ahead and paste these in here. And then do the same for the enus versions. Okay, now you're going to do the same for the x86 files, but instead of doing it in System32, you'll go to syswow64. Okay, so we got that done. So let's go ahead and restart and we'll show off the changes, because there's going to be a massive change to this operating system once it's restarted. As you can see, the Logon screen's changed now. And we have the boot screen now. Okay, now you notice we have the notification area icons as well. And if we go to System Properties, you'll see we now have the proper image for the left over here. So yeah, got that done. And you may notice the sidebar isn't opening on startup. All you have to do is just go in here to Accessories and open it. And you can just add gadgets to it if you want. As you can see, there's all those gadgets we added earlier. Okay, so we got it done. Got all those files replaced. If you see any residual icons in use, like, let's see, if we go to, sometimes you'll see like certain areas that are still in use, like the Windows 7 icons are still in use. All you have to do to fix that is go to Windows Tweaker again, and go to, search up here to search for cache, and then reset icon cache here, and just hit that button, and it'll just automatically reset the icon cache, and it'll start using the Vista icons instead. Now we're going to go back in here again and go to System Files and Explorer Mods, and this Explorer.exe file, you want to replace the 7 Explorer with this one because it's a little bit more like Vista's. So anyway, you just want to go to Task Manager actually, and just go to Processes and then kill Explorer.exe. Then you want to go up here to New Task and then hit the Browse button, and this is actually a cool little way to replace system files without using Windows Explorer. Or you are using Explorer, but you're doing it through Task Manager, so Explorer.exe is not actually running. It's like, kind of like a mini Explorer within Task Manager. So we're going to go to the desktop, or wherever you have the Vista 7 transformation pack stored, and go to System Files, Explorer Mods. Make sure down here you have this set to all files and not programs, because if you set it to programs it won't show certain things that we need. So then you want to just select Explorer.exe, you want to copy that, go to Computer, Local Disk, Windows, and then Explorer here, you want to actually take ownership of that. I'm going to paste the new one in, and then we'll do the same for the MUI file. So Windows and ENUS. Alright, now all you have to do is just run Explorer. And now you may notice if you right click on the taskbar, it doesn't say Start Task Manager anymore. Now it just says Task Manager, because that's how it is in Vista. And the Windows Explorer icon will now be a new icon. So we're going to go ahead and if you go here to Classic Start Menu Settings, you can go down here and click on Clear Cached Information. That way all the icons in the Start menu will start using the Vista ones. To see how Windows Explorer now has this new looking icon. See that? Alright, got that done. Now we're going to go back in here again. Go back to Explorer Mods. And this change Windows 7 service pack number thing, you can change it to whatever service pack you want. If you want it to be 2, 3, 1, whatever you want. I'm leaving it at 1 for this video. You can see, and you may notice the WinVer image now, the WinVer dialog looks more proper. Now we're going to go to this disable auto arrange and run this script. And now whenever we use the Windows 7 Explorer, we can move things freely around and they don't have to be in a certain order because auto arrange is now disabled, just like in Windows Vista. Okay, we're going to go back in here again. Now you want to run this quick launch for context menu thing. You just run that, and now when you right click on an item, you can add it to the quick launch from the context menu. As you can see, there it is. And you want to do a similar thing with this send a quick launch thing. You want to add that as well. Now the difference between these two is this one adds it to the send to menu because see right there it is. So this one only works for applications, as you can see, like this right here. But if we right click on a folder, as you can see, we can't add it to the quick launch from here. But if you go to the send to menu, you can. So there it is. So that's the point of having both of them. So that's not there for, you know, no reason. It has a purpose. Now you want to run this remove include in library from context menu because Vista doesn't have libraries, so we're going to get rid of that. I know Ryan's going to be so sad. See right there, include in library. We're going to run this to get rid of it. Now, as you can see, it's gone. Now this, you want to do this add new folder to organize, but however you can't just run it. If you try running it, you'll see it doesn't work because you need to take ownership of the keys manually. Now, so in order to do that, you want to right click on the registry file and click on edit, and so you want to navigate to this registry key right here. So we're going to open the registry editor. You just go to run and type in regedit. Alright, so now we're going to go to HKey local machine, software, Microsoft, let's see, Windows, current version, Explorer, Command Store, Shell, and then down here it'll have Windows.organize. Let's see, where's that at? Right there. So what we're going to do is you want to right click on this and go to permissions, and it's basically the same as taking ownership of an exe file manually in Explorer. So you just like I said, you just right click on the key itself and click on permissions, and then click on advanced, and then go to the owner tab, select your username, check replace owner on subcontainers and objects, and then highlight administrators here and click the check box and click OK. Now when you run it, it should work. And now when you click on the organize button up here, you'll see you'll have a new folder option just like in Windows Vista. And while we're in the registry editor, in this section of the registry editor, you want to find include in library right there, Windows.include in library. Now this is for the include in library button. So you see this include in library button up here, we're going to get rid of that. So you want to take ownership of this key here. So you want to right click, go to permissions, go to advanced, and then click on owner. Click admin or whatever your username is and replace owner on subcontainers and objects. And then click apply. And then go to permissions over here, click on administrators, and then check both of these down here and click OK. Then you want to click on admin up here, your username, whatever, and then check both of those and click OK. And then you want to delete this key. Now be very careful when you're doing this. Make sure you're selecting the correct key here so you don't accidentally delete the wrong one. So Windows.include in library, you want to right click on it and click delete. And now when you view Explorer, The Include in Library option should now no longer be available. As you can see, it's gone. Okay. We'll go back in here again. And we'll go to, let's see, System Files, Explore Mods. And now you want to go to this, well actually, wait a minute. No, you want to go here, this Personalize Changer folder. So this here will enable a more Vista looking Personalize panel. So now when we view it, as you can see, it loads the Windows 7 one, which you may prefer the 7 one. So if you do, you don't have to do this part, but there's a more Vista looking one in here that looks like this. And so what we're going to do is when we apply this registry thing, it's going to make it to where when we view the Personalize option here, when we click on it, it's going to open this panel instead of the 7 one. But you'll still be able to access the 7 one. Like if you click on personalization here, it'll still take you to the 7 one. So it's not going to delete the 7 one, it's just going to replace the context menu option with this one, which looks more like what you see in Windows Vista. So you want to right click on the file again and go to edit. And there again, you've got to take ownership of these registry things. So you want to go to HKey classes root, desktop background. There it is. Desktop background, shell, and as you can see, here's Personalize. You want to right click on that, go to permissions, go to advanced. And there again, just you just take ownership of it like you did the last time with the other keys. Oops, I forgot to do this part. Okay. But now you want to do the same thing with this sub key here, except all you have to do for this is just go to permissions and then click on that and make it already took ownership, so you don't have to do that. You just have to make sure it took ownership of it. Now when you run this, it should allow you to replace it. And now when you go in here, as you can see, there we go, it's now uploading this. And while we're in here, see this display and gadgets things here? So in Windows Vista, when you right click on the desktop, it does not have these two options. So if you want to get rid of them, all you have to do is take ownership of these keys and just delete both of them. Okay, so now you notice here on the context menu, we no longer have the gadgets or screen resolution options. We just have Personalize. Now, one thing that's missing from this panel is mouse options, which you can't easily access from here, so we're going to add that. So you want to go back in here to the transformation pack and go to System Files, Explore Mods, and then you want to go to Add Mouse, Vista Personalize 7, and again, you have to edit it. So, what you do is go back into regedit again. Whoops. What the hell's wrong with me? Alright. Now you gotta go to HK classes root and then CLSID. Okay. And then this, you go in here and go look for 6C8EEC18. There we go. There it is. 6C8EEC18. And then the rest of it is correct. Now we can run this and add the mouse. Okay. Now if we view this panel again, as you can see, we have mouse options right there. Alright. There's one file I forgot to copy, and this is this eres.dll. You want to right click on that and copy that. And then you want to go to Windows and then eHome. And then this is where you'll paste it, but you got to find the old one first. Eres. Up there. And take ownership, of course. And you want to replace it, and this will actually give Windows Media Center the Vista sounds when you open it. And I'll show you what I was talking about earlier. When you try to view libraries, it will crash. This is due to the Windows Media Player 11 thing, so that's unfortunate. But anyway, I'm gonna go back in here again. Now you want to go to this Enable Hidden Secret Items in Control Panel. And again, you'll have to go in here and go to regedit. I promise we don't have to do this very many more times. So you want to go to HKey Local Machine, Software, Microsoft, Windows, Current Version, Control Panel. And then where it says don't load, you want to just take ownership of that. And then click delete here. Now you should be able to run it. And now we have hidden items enabled in the control panel. As you can see, we now have like game controllers. That was a hidden option before. And while we're in control panel, you may notice Action Center actually got changed to Security Center. And because we replaced that file earlier. And let's see, what's another one? Getting Started now looks more like the Vista Welcome Center. I guess one final thing you can do is go to the public user folder. So you go to Users, Public, and then create shortcuts to all of the sample media. That way you can add it to your folders. So now we're going to go in here, go to System Files, go to, wait a minute, nope. So Apps, yep, Vista Help and Support for Windows 7. So if you notice right now when we open Help and Support, it does work. It's the normal 7 Help and Support. Now be careful, you have to follow what I do here very closely. You cannot mess this up. And you have to follow exactly what this README file here says to do. So you want to go to Registry Editor again. Okay. You want to go to HKey Local Machine, Software, Microsoft, Assistance. And then, so you got to take ownership of that. And be sure that when you're doing it, you go to Owner, you go into your username and replace Owner on subcontainers and objects. Go to Permissions, go to Administrators, and then check both of these boxes and click OK and Yes. And then that way everything in here will get taken ownership by you. Everything in here should be owned by us now. Okay. Now, you want to do what it says here. It says go to C Windows and rename Help to Help Old. Alright. Open the Help and Support browser and then close it. merge the reg key and then open the support browser once more. The error is normal. Copy the help folder from this zip folder to the Windows folder. And then it should work. Whoops. Hey, look at that. Got it. First try. And there we go. We now have the Windows Vista help and support. And even the demos work.
Windows Mail is a program that comes with Windows and gives you everything you need to send, receive, and manage email.
Alright, and that concludes the process. Stay tuned. Me and Ryan are going to be going over this and touring it and showing you all the little changes. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and remember to like this video, subscribe, comment, and yeah, see you next time. Is everything good still?
Very good.
Alright, so here we are. We're at the lock screen, so you can see that. Okay. Alright. So here's the desktop. What do you think?
Looking spiffy. It's almost a carbon copy of Vista.
Yeah. I'm sure Bobby would love it.
Oh, undoubtedly.
So here's the system properties. And we'll show the control panel. Here we go.
Punch that Nazi real hard.
Yeah. It says classic over here instead of small icon, large icon. Action Center is now Security Center. And let's see what else. Oh yeah, we have the hidden options enabled. There's the game controllers thing. And
Really don't understand what Microsoft hidejoy.cpl.
yeah, that was stupid. And then here's the Welcome Center. Or getting started.
What's sad is that carries in every version of Windows, starting with 7 to this day.
Yeah. Oh yeah, let me open the sidebar.
Of course, now they're going as far as to remove the entire control panel.
Yeah. Yep. And if we right click here, you can see there's no option for gadgets or screen resolution. And Personalize opens this.
This looks a lot like Vista.
Oh yeah, let me go here and show the Explorer.
Yeah, let's poke around in the file explorer. You just had to go and do that, didn't you?
Yes, and don't worry, I told people in the video how much you love libraries.
Hold on just a moment there.
What?
You have, you have all folders enabled on the library pane. Oh, there I go using the library.
Let's see, over here I enabled the show all folders. I showed that you can do that if you want to. If some people,
Sure.
some people might like having that there.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, it
here,
is rather useful sometimes.
and I even went as far as to remove my from everything because this is not Windows XP. And the shell folder fix thing.
Dismay.
Let's see, shell folder fix. Does this look right to you? I got start automatically at login.
Actually. Let's see here. The librarian does work. So start automatically at logon. Restore previous at login is not checked. That's good.
Yep.
Go to wait. Keep it there. Temporarily use window as is. I would change autosave to every 30 minutes actually.
Okay.
Head over to advanced. Yeah, this all looks good.
Alright, so
Well done.
I got it right. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, the librarian seal of approval, friend.
Yes, good. And everything here is as it should be. Movie Maker.
Why don't you pop over the winver.exe?
Oh yeah.
WinVer is essentially a carbon copy of Vista's difference being the system memory isn't actually pooled, it just has this little pseudo text in here.
Yeah.
Microsoft Outlook Express, Eye Candy Edition.
Yeah.
Definitely don't actually sign in with that, I beg you.
Let's see, what else should I show?
I suppose you open the media player.
Yeah.
You could show both versions of the gallery. Rather, the view and the gallery.
Yeah, and I talked about that in the video, how, let's see, this is normal gallery, or live photo gallery, and this is the other one. There we go.
Indeed. Yeah, because when we pull the Vista gallery, that little gallery button doesn't actually work.
Yeah.
This is our little drop-in replacement that almost works and functions like the original gallery. Live 2008 was virtually identical. I think more than anything, it was just a way to get Vista's gallery on Windows XP.
Yeah. And here, of course, we have all the wallpapers. The widescreen, the true widescreen wallpapers.
Yes. It was a beautiful restoration of these wallpapers. It's nice to see them with a higher FOV.
Yes. Let's see.
Why don't you open up the Ultimate Extras games?
Oh yeah.
Hey, wait a moment. I just saw a share with button up there.
Well, the share with, I didn't bother getting rid of that. I just did include in library.
Oh, right. I was thinking of include in library for some reason.
Oh.
Fair enough.
Doesn't Vista have a share with button? No, I guess it doesn't. Okay.
No, it doesn't actually.
Oh well, it's not a big deal. As long as the library stuff's not there, that's what we don't want. My system score is 69. Nice. 66.9.
It's open Bobby's favorite game. Open Microsoft Tinkerer.
Yeah. Yeah, Bobby, I'm sure, loves this game.
I love this game too. It's adorable. It reminds me a lot of this platformer on PlayStation 3. I can't for the life of me remember the name of it right now, but I know after watching the video I'm going to remember the name and go, oh, why couldn't I think of it during the video?
We have Inkball, Hold'em, of course.
Of course, the staple of the $400 Vista Ultimate.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I gotta show off your thing, which I actually got it to work on the first try, believe it or not.
Not bad. But yeah, besides some small padding issues, all the Vista help and support articles right here, as well as the demo videos.
Yeah, I showed that in the video too, the demo video, one of them.
I still can't for the life of me remember how I by fluke figured out how to copy this over, but by golly, I did it.
Yeah, you did. And here's the paint with the Vista icon, and then the WordPad.
Look nice. What about the little quick launch shortcuts?
Yep, I got those. I got that one. That one will add. Then I got this one, and I explained why we use both of them, because we have this one will send folders and applications. This one will just send applications. So, but this one is more like what Vista has, so that's why I put it in there.
Indeed.
So, can you think of anything else to show?
Have you showed the media player with the media player toolbar?
Yep, yeah, I showed that in the video earlier. I don't want to do it again
Okey-dokey.
for fear of getting a copyright thing.
That'll be something, getting copyright strike over stock music.
I don't know. With YouTube, you never friggin' know, though.
Certainly not.
Let's see. I could try Dream Scene if I want to destroy this.
Yeah, you might want to install a codec pack first. Oh,
Nope, there it goes.
what do you know? It's actually one thing that I would like to point out. K-Lite codec pack doesn't have a very good time with Media Player 11, at least with this installer method, for reasons still unknown to me. If you want to open a web browser when client, we could go over the codec that does work correctly if you'd like.
Okay.
How did you get IE11 on Vista?
I don't know. It just came with this ISO that I used.
Wow. I didn't know Vista could do that. So look up Media Player Codec Pack.
Let me go to Google.
Perfect. This HTML version of Google here. That should be it right there, yeah.
Oh, this looks like the old
click on
Windows
the one that
website.
says plus. It does. It looks like the Windows Live website from like 2011 or so. Go to the very top.
Okay.
Plus. Click on plus. There's standard, plus, and light. There's small links.
Oh, right
Toward
there.
the center. Yep. There's actually two versions. If you scroll down, there's one for FP and there's one for NT6 and above.
Yeah, this is the one for...
There might be an ad offer in the install, but it's pretty good.
Yeah.
With media info, it'll give you hardware decoding and was Media Player, Media Player Classic, that sort of thing, and it's essentially the same as K-Lite.
Yeah. And of course, I disabled taskbar pinning. You cannot pin things to the taskbar anymore. I got the thumbnail sizes correct. No jump lists.
And you can't drag to get the jump list either?
Nope. Drag toward desktop. Disabled that.
Alrighty. Well, there is still a secret way to see the jump list menu if you shift and click. Which by default is the inverse. If you shift and click on vanilla, it'll give you the classic contextual menu, but we've kind of switched it around here.
Yeah. We got all the user pictures, including the flower.
Step away from my precious flower.
And we can show Media Center. That has the Vista sounds. And I already talked about this problem.
That's libraries for you.
Yep. But yeah, I guess that's about it. I really don't know of anything else to show.
No, I think we've just about gone over it. It's essentially the closest thing you're going to get to Vista without formatting your hard drive and installing Vista.
Yep. You got better hardware compatibility, you have drift correction, you have, slightly better software compatibility, but it's getting less and less so. It was Win32.
Yeah, the gap is definitely closing.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll be making a video about Win32's extended kernel later. An updated video, because the last one I made I know was ancient by now. It's from 2020 and we're almost in 2022. And yeah, there's been a lot of changes since the last update video that I made. So yeah.
Lord, yes. The last year and a half has been night and day for this project.
Yeah. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this little tour, and just remember before you leave this video that Bobby is a cuck and Bobbington is a piece of shit and Ryan loves libraries.
Well, in a manner of speaking,
these libraries right here, they Ryan loves them more than anything.
no contest.
Hey, at least that thing makes them look good. But yeah, I'll shut her down.